Kirk Douglas cheated on all his wives and never hid it. Kirk Douglas dumped Joan Crawford over bad breath. He thought Marilyn Monroe was blah. He once used seduction to retaliate against a known anti-Semite. Douglas never even pretended to be a family man. When he was 71, he bared it all in his autobiography.
I'm a son of a bitch, plain and simple.
Douglas had 2 wives in his lifetime. His final marriage lasted for 66 years. Yet he openly had affairs. His wife Anne was well aware.
As a European, I understood it was unrealistic to expect total fidelity in a marriage.
It started with his English teacher, Mrs. Livingston. She seduced Douglas when he was 14. Years later, he enrolled in drama school. There, he saw Betty Bacall, a blonde bombshell. Bacall later went by Lauren. She poked fun at Douglas' shabby coat, so she bought him a replacement. Douglas wrote,
I was always touched by that act.
But how did he show thanks? Well, he tried seducing Lauren on a rooftop. She did not respond in kind. Still, Douglas declared,
As far as I'm concerned, Lauren Bacall can do no wrong.
Douglas wasn't as kind to Joan Crawford. Crawford was his co-star in Mildred Pierce. He ghosted her after just 1 date. He said Crawford flirted lightly through dinner, but as soon as they got to her mansion, things changed. She ripped off her dress in the foyer. Then she pulled Douglas to the floor. Douglas found her aggression a turn-off. When they were making love, he noticed Crawford's bad breath. Douglas said,
I got out fast.
He also had an affair with Rita Hayworth. He found her stunning, yet simple and unsophisticated. He had to break things off and get away. To Douglas, Hayworth was a Hollywood creation. He felt the same way about Marilyn Monroe. On-screen, Monroe radiated irresistible allure, but off-screen, in Douglas' view, she was blah and always late. One of his favorite affairs was with Jean Tierney. Douglas described her strange habits. She made him sneak through her window, unannounced. Then they would have sudden passionate encounters.
Maybe it was an aphrodisiac.
Douglas wrote,
I didn't question it.
His goal was simply to get through that window. Patricia Neal, too, played a role in Douglas' love life. In her memoir, Neal wrote about her love affair with actor Gary Cooper. He was married at the time. Douglas filled in the missing details. Neal was sleeping with both of them at the same time. Douglas claimed that Neal was in love with Cooper. She would cry over cheating on him. One night, Douglas awoke to knocking at his hotel door. It was a distraught Ava Gardner. She had just had yet another clash with Frank Sinatra. She turned to Douglas for comfort at the ungodly hour of 2 a.m. He walked her out with a kiss on the cheek. They never spoke of her visit again. To Douglas, making love was a safari. He viewed chasing women as big game hunting. He once even used it to punish a woman's anti-Semitism. He took her to bed without revealing his Jewish identity. At the height of passion, Douglas yelled,
I am a Jew. You are being by a Jew.